All right, hello everybody. Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Wanted to do a video. Words. Wanted to do a video on the full send indicator because I'm going to be sharing plays on multiple discords, and I want to give everybody the best possible understanding of what to look for. A few things going on the screen here. Down here at the bottom, we have like the full send indicator on ashy candles. Once we get a trigger, so if the full send pops up on the top, trigger goes on the bottom, at the bottom of the current candle. The full send can move. This is all, I'm going to play back this video. This will all be kind of explained. If the full send pops up on the bottom, then we put our trigger on the top and we'll be taking calls. In this instance, we're going to be taking puts. Once we have our trigger, we actually switch over to regular candles up here, and we take our trigger as soon as price crosses this line. I'm going to start playing the video, and then I'll probably pause it and talk because this video is not perfect, and there's some stuff that I want to elaborate on. So as you can see here, the full send popped up on the candle before the current candle. And sometimes the full send will move. So right now, since the full send's on the top of the candle, that's going to be a bearish full send. I was already anticipating a bearish full send because of the green and red box above is telling me that when the next full send triggers, it's going to be to the downside. Right now, I already know the full send will move to the next candle. Because that candle is above the candle before, which means the entry is now going to be the bottom of the current candle. So this part I didn't explain very well, but since the high of this current candle here is above the high of the previous candle, the full send will move over to this candle. I already know as soon as this 3-minute candle closes, you'll see the full send shift over to this next candle. But the full send won't move until this candle closes. And then you can see in the upper right hand corner, I have, so the main screen is going to be ashy candles, which is where I find the full sends. In the upper right hand corner is regular candles. That's where I take my entry. So I draw my entry on the ashy candle, and then I switch over to regular candles for my entry. So my current entry would be as soon as SPX goes below 42, 72, 78. And then bottom right of the screen, you can see SPY contracts, or sorry, SPX contracts. In this instance, I like to take contracts that are right around $500 to $600 per contract. And so I'm looking at those 42.60 puts because I know when SPX drops down to, when it loses like 5 points, those 42.60 should be right around 550 to 650 a contract. So pretty soon here, I think we'll see the full send move again. So I actually want to elaborate on this part. I have switched up this, my entry. I take contracts now that are right around $2 a contract when it triggers. So I just try to get it as close to $2, 180, 250, right around there. It doesn't really matter, just as close to $2 as possible. Just because I'm comfortable risking $200 all the way down to zero. So I kind of play these as lottos. That might sound super scary, but if you watch these play out, when I alert them in the future, if you just watch them play out a few times, you'll probably start to feel comfortable and confident playing them down to zero. You might even feel confident after watching what these contracts do off of this full send in this video. And this is not uncommon. I will say though, I've seen contracts go from $200 all the way down to 10 cents and then pop up to $780. So you really have to play it as a lotto and just trust the process. Anyway, back to the video. I think there's like 30 seconds of dead time here, so I'm going to fast forward. Yeah. So here we can see the full send. As you can see there, the full send moved over to the next candle. And so now we're just waiting to see if we get a trigger, or does the current candle go higher than the previous candle? If so, that means the full send would move to the next candle. And that would just go on and on until it finally does trigger. But you want it to trigger within the green box. That means the probability of it playing out is higher. So right here, I'm talking too much. Watch this box up here. Here's our trigger line. Here's, you know, as soon as this candle crosses this line, you'll hop into the play. Watch the contract prices. I want to say when it triggers, it's right around 210 or 230. You can also watch the more expensive ones if you have a higher risk tolerance. Obviously, the more expensive ones will move quicker, but you're also risking more money. So just pay attention up here and pay attention to the price. If it goes into the red box, then it's a lower probability. So here we have our trigger right there. We call that 530 per contract. That was the ask. You could get it cheaper. So it was like right around 220, 230. We'll just say 230. We'll err on the expensive side. Yeah, so we'll call this 230, even though right now we touched the trigger and then bounced. But I actually hopped in the play right there and let this play out. 510 or 520, bid or mid. And we did see a little bit of a bounce at the trigger there. And now our contract prices are already going up without much movement. So we're already up to 590 a contract from an entry of 530. So now we're up $1. And I like, with full sends, you know, depending on your risk tolerance, I would recommend shooting for like $2 per contract. If you buy multiple contracts, you know, you can, I would take profit at $2 a contract on a full send. And if you want to leave a runner, I would leave a runner and try to get like $5 per contract. From every full send I've watched play out, they roughly pay between $2 to $5 per contract. And so $2 is going to be your, you know, like your safe profit taking. So right now we're already over $2 per contract. Even if we were to sell at the bid here, we're over $2. And the cheaper contracts are up $100 or roughly 50%. When I play the cheaper contracts, I shoot for 100%, but again, you really just have to trust it because it can fluctuate. So anyway, just keep watching it play out. And we'll end up fast forwarding it a little bit here, just so you can see the end result. We're not going to watch this whole 13-minute long video. So yeah, I'm going to stop narrating now, and we'll just let it play out. And you'll be able to see these actually go pretty well. All right, so yeah, I'm just going to fast forward here, get rid of some of this dead time. So 100% hit, I mean, roughly whatever. It's, yeah, 430, there we go, 100%. I would cut it there and take your profits and call it a day. It does end up running much more. If we fast forward, yeah, you can see they're up to 710. The $500 contracts are at 14. I've back tested this a ton. It pretty consistently gives 100%. I would say roughly like 98% of the time. But, you know, there's always that 2%, we'll call it 5%, where it misses. You know, but if you bought these for $2, you're freaking happy right now. Or $2.30, worst case, $2.30. You're doing good. I've traded this live the last couple of days. Full sends hit twice today. The first one I actually missed. I just watched it play out. I wasn't quick enough to get in. But it actually went from right around $2 up to $500. And then the second full send that happened today on SPX, I bought for $1.90, and they ended up going to like 580-ish, I believe. But I took my 100% and called it a day. Yesterday, the contracts, there was a full send. Those went from 210 to 890. So it's very, very consistent. And that's probably just going to do it for the video. I'm going to be alerting these and literally just typing full send. And when I do, I'm going to share a link to a live chart. Whoa. Which will look something like this. And on this live chart, I'll be able to, so if you watch the chart right now, I'll change the color of the upper line at 4166, and you'll be able to see it change live on your screen. So I'll share a link to this chart, and what I'll do is I will write long above or short below. And this line might move, which is exactly why I'm using live charts. If the entry moves, I'm able to move it, and you guys will be able to see it update live. So as soon as that line is crossed, you can hop in the play. Because these happen very fast, and there isn't time for me to type out, you know, in Discords like, oh, go long above this price, and then the as I showed in the video, like the full send indicator will move from candle to candle, so then the price moves, and then I have to say, oh, the new trigger is this. So the easiest way is for me to just literally type FS for full send, share the link to the chart, and on the chart have the entry, you know, long or short, long for calls, short for puts. And then from there, you guys get to hop into the trade. As soon as, well, I know I already covered this part, but as soon as this line gets broken, if it says short below, take puts. If this line is green and says long above, take calls. As soon as the line is crossed, you don't wait for a candle to close below or a candle to close above or a retest or any of that. As soon as it crosses, you take the play. All right, so we should get some slappers from this. Anyway, much love, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye.